And like you said earlier, a lot of it's the lack of education.
Correct.
It's I think we live in a society now that has no regard for human life. No regard whatsoever.
The values are all twisted around.
Twisted.
Yes.
And now when we first talked, when we first started hooking up together with our cat dogs, there's no love in society anymore. It's people have become stone cold.
Yes.
Yes, they have. Every time I read Romans chapter 1, and I think everybody that believes in God should read Romans, Paul's letter to the Romans chapter 1.
What does it say?
It says, part of it talks about how men will be heartless, ruthless, backbiters, God haters, disobedient to parents. You know, men giving up their natural use for women and women giving up their natural use for men. It really describes our society today. It does. And it's like, wow, if you read it, you'd be like, wow, how did Paul know? But people don't realize that there's nothing new under the sun. Sin has been around for a long time.
Yes.
It's just more technology involved in sin now. But mankind has become heartless and ruthless, and oh my God, it's just like Jesus Christ said it, who I call Yeshua. He asked his disciples, he said, when I return to this earth, will I find faith at all? And I don't know. People just don't care, man. It's a crazy world.
Well, think about how long it's been that kids have been raising kids. Generations now.
Well, I know for a fact in the black community, since like the 1970s, that's what I think. My grandmother told me something, and I believe her. She said the civil rights movement actually hurt black people.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it did.
Why, like isolated them or what?
Well, what it is, they spend so much time trying to get equality at the water fountains and in the bathrooms and in the restaurants and all that. They stopped raising their children.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And my grandma told me once, she said, before the civil rights movement, black men didn't populate the prison system the way they do now. Right now, the smallest minority group of men in America, which is black men, populate the prison systems, at least probably 49, 50, almost 50%. We could probably go to the CDC and find out the exact number.
Yes.
But there's a lot of black men locked up to be the smallest minority group in America. And my grandma said it wasn't like that before civil rights. She said things were changing anyway, but politics got involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she went to college in Augusta, Georgia, Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. My grandma went to that college like, I think she said like in the 40s, 50s or something like that. Mm-hmm. She met my granddad. And she said it was an integrated college. Blacks and whites went there. So I think politics got involved with the civil rights movement. And a lot of people got locked up. And some of them people still are locked up right now to this day. I think that the loose morals of our society, you know, just God got taken out of everything. Madeline O'Hara, when she decided that she was going to protest that praying in public schools, she wanted it outlawed, okay? This woman's name was Madeline O'Hara. All right? Okay. So they passed a law where they took private schools. Now, Matt Bevin, the governor of Kentucky, who I love, he brought prayer back to schools in Kentucky. Kids can have Bible studies and they can pray in the state of Kentucky today. That's one of the first things that was on his agenda when he became governor. But Madeline O'Hara, guess what happened to her?
I don't know.
You never guess what happened to her. When she went back to her communist country, Russia, she got robbed and murdered.
Oh!
Isn't that ironic?
Yes.
Okay. You don't play with God like that. But yeah, I found that out from my friend Dr. Frank Simon, the founder of the American Family Association of Kentucky. He's a wonderful guy. I can't wait till you meet him. And but my grandmother, man, she told me a lot of things that were the civil rights movement really hurt us as a whole, as a nation.
Okay.
A black nation, you know, black people.
Yes.
Because we got so trapped in the want to sit and rest. I mean, I don't. Me personally, if someone doesn't want me in their restaurant, why do I want to eat there?
Right. Why go?
Yeah. You can't force people to love you. You can't force change.
Right.
You know, and I understand some good things may come out of it, but I know that black people have suffered, have gone downhill since the 1960s. I mean, 1970. Really started about 1970.
Okay.
Yeah. And the dope boys and the drug communities and another thing about, I don't understand why a man would want to sell drugs to his community.
To his own people.
To anybody, for real.
Okay.
Because there's only one race, that's the human race.
Yes. Okay. I like that. Right.
But why would you want to sell drugs in your community? I think it just passed.
Is that it right there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's a car right behind me.
And I don't have to work till 4 anyway.
Okay.
I didn't actually. They told me I didn't have to come in until 6 because I'm on the bus line. But
right.
Because I knew I would have our yellow cab talk. I said I think I'd come in at 4 one day. But I work with a really good group of men. Praise God. They work with me because they know I'm on the bus line, and then there is no buses that travel this early in the morning.
Right. Yes, the bus is very minimal.
Yeah.
City's too big. City's big though.
I just have to walk from that Thornton's down here on the left. You go left, there's the Thornton's.
Oh, okay.
I walk from there to here. It's
okay.
a 15-minute power walk.
Yes.
But I'm gonna put down the vehicle here real soon. Real soon. But God's good. But the civil rights movement really hurt us, man. I mean, drugs. I mean, okay, I'll give you an example. This is one thing that really came after civil rights, and it started like about the 1980s. The CDC says that 260,000 African American men have been murdered since 1980. And I got this in a book I'm writing. Okay. I looked it up. I went, Googled, and did other research, and I got this from Center for Disease Control. 260,000 African American men have been murdered in this country since 1980. That's exactly when the cocaine epidemic started.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah, because the Cubans, Jimmy Carter, the Cubans in, and they brought the dope into South Florida, and the cocaine hit the black communities like wildfire. Now, another thing too, the CDC reports 370,000. I think it's 370,000 African Americans have been murdered. Okay.
Yep.
That's the whole race. But out of both numbers, the CDC reports that over 90% of these murders were done by other African Americans.
Oh, see, nobody ever talks about that.
That's right. They won't. They sure won't.
It's crazy.
And if I tell another African American person that, they're saying, well, where are you getting your information?
Right.
I'm like, the federal government ain't gonna make up a lie like that. They keep tabs on numbers like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I was talking to a guy on the bus yesterday. He was like, are you sure? I said, listen, man, you can't tell that by looking at the black community today that our numbers are put on. 260,000 black babies aborted every year.
Right. That's amazing.
That's amazing. 1,000 a day.
That's a lot of people, man.
That's a lot of people. And I'm don't get me wrong. I think it's wrong for any baby to be aborted.
But you know what's interesting? They showed like on Hitler at the end of the war, he had all his troops, right? I mean, they lost so many men. They were down to 12-year-olds, dude.
I know.
And they were showing. Like, here's Hitler's weight. He was short, but he was way above them. Tapping them on there. They're kids. They're 12 years old.
I saw that. Matter of fact, I've seen it on a lot of war documentaries. Towards the end of the war, he was using boys, man.
Is that amazing, dude?
Amazing.
Wow.
But you know what, though? Sad part about it is that a lot of people won't admit this. But under the communist governments, more people have died under communist government.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Than any other type of government. Where communism doesn't work. Socialism doesn't work.
Right.
And I think if we don't maintain this republic, and we get a Democratic president, we're going to end up in a socialist situation.
Well, you know, I hope that
welfare state.
I hope that that Trump is grooming the next president.
I hope it's Joe Biden. Not Joe Biden. I mean, God, you know what I'm talking about, Mike Pence.
Yes.
Why did I say Joe? I said Joe Biden by accident. Forgive me, America. That was it's just his name has been in the news so much. But I hope the Vice President Mike Pence gets it. I like him a lot.
Another 8 years of that. But you know what? Here, it just came out the other day that she had all these Democrats that voted for Obama. And they were the ones that wanted to get Trump out for like the last 2 years. They're starting to switch over, dude.
They should.
They're starting to come over
I'm
to
glad,
the Trump side.
I'm glad they're coming to their senses.
Yes, to come into the Trump side.
Because I can sit here and I can go
Really?
through the
Thanks.
Obama legacy, and to me, it was a nightmare.
Yes.
It started with the main nightmare to me was he changed the definition of marriage
Oh.
under the Obama administration. He had 4 couples, 4 people from Kentucky, 2 homosexual men, 2 lesbian women, march up the White House steps, arm in arm, like locked in, and they pushed the issue, man. God said He gave man a natural lust for the woman.
Correct.
I should know. I've been married 4 times. Love women.
That's
Four ex-wives, and my 4th one, we're still friends.
Okay.
And why would they're gonna say I'm doing a hate crime? If you speak against homosexuality today, you can get locked up. And let me tell you something. There's a guy in Canada. I think I said this before. Canada's so far left. It's not funny. A man in Canada would not acknowledge his daughter as a boy. She wants to be a boy.
Oh, I see.
He's taking testosterone shots and everything.
Yes.
Do you know a judge locked him up? See, in Canada, if you don't acknowledge a person for what they are,
Yes.
or what they say they are, say a real princess,
Yes.
it's a hate crime in Canada.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Canada's gone. It's gone.
So they're leftist.
Yeah, they're the number 1 homosexual country in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I Googled one time. Me and my sister, because we read a scripture, the Bible, in Luke chapter 17 says that before Christ says before He returns, He said 2 things that you'll notice about this earth. He said the cities of the world be like the days of Lot. Now, everybody know who Lot is. He was the guy who told him to get out of Sodom. Okay? And then He said it'll also be like the days of Noah. Now, the days of Noah were so violent and corrupt that God says right in the book of Genesis, said He repented Him in His heart that He had even made man.
Oh.
Yeah. That's so bad. That's why only 8 people say that of the whole world population. But I Googled one time, me and my sister.
You know, on your messages, if you touch the picture, it fills the whole screen. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I sent you a picture of that bus. Did you see the bus I sent you?
I haven't checked it out, but I will here in a minute because I'm 30 minutes early, so I'll check out everything. But check this out.
I sent you a video and I sent you a couple of pictures on your messages.
I'm gonna look at them today. What's the number 1 homosexual friendly country in the world? Best 15 countries for LGBT. Top 25 gay friendly. Number 1 right here, Canada.
Wow.
Second, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweden. Iceland. What's this country here? Hungary or something like that. It's Canada's number 1.
Get out.
Yeah. And people, Canada's gone, dude. It's gone. I mean, it's some parts of Europe there. Top, it says here. These countries it's Bible prophecy is what I'm trying to say. God said, Jesus Christ said it would be like the days of Lot before He returns. Men have given up their natural use for the women, and women are giving up their natural use for the men. That's crazy.
Yes.
How can people reproduce? How can population?
Right. That's right. How can it?
How can a country grow?
It has to grow.
Yeah.
Or it goes the other way.
Yeah. That's what happened to Rome.
Right.
Rome started out as Republican, then it became a democratic state, and Rome fell. Through a lot of sexual immorality, diseases.
Yes.
Do your research on the Roman Empire.
Yes.
All right, I know you got to go.
No, it's okay. We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It's only 3:30.
Yeah, but I got to use the bathroom and all that.
Okay.
But just believe me when I tell you that the world's in trouble. The judgment seat of Christ is not far away. Yeah, it's not far, bro. I mean, I believe that with all my heart. I believe that we, as a human race, it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get more chaotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you see what's going on, if that's what's going on, that's what's going to go on.
Yeah.
Because whatever's happening right now, that's the future.
But see, people, they don't read the Bible. Because Christ, He said there'll be tribulations and things like that. But it's going back to the days of Noah. People were having a good time during Noah's day. It was economic boom. You know, and he said there'd be marriage, into marriage. People would be, eating and drinking, having a good time. Even when Job's kids were slaughtered, when his they were slaughtered by groups of people came in and wiped them out. They were having a good time. See, the misconception is that a lot of countries will be in famine and this and that and this and that. And there's some will be like right now. Because Christ said the poor will always be with us.
Okay.
But a lot of people forget about God when they're having a good time.
Correct.
Like when Nebuchadnezzar's son, he was throwing a party. Belshazzar or something his name was. I think that's his name. He was throwing a party. But when the Persians and the Medes came, it took over and freed the Israelis. People forget that God, when they're having a good time.
Correct. I believe that.
Yeah, that's what happens. And he said, Christ will be eating and drinking and marriage and building and planning, but nobody will be worshiping the Lord.
Right.
And that's what's going to happen to us. We're going to forget God. When a person, the more and more people grow in this society, like I give you an example. Something came on my phone the other day and said, a bunch of churches in England have been shut down. But guess what's growing? They're building mosque.
Oh.
Mosque or
yes.
The Islam State.
Mm-hmm.
And that's happening all over Europe, where Christianity is becoming obsolete.
Obsolete is the way to put it.
Yeah. Not in my heart. I love the Lord. Because he did something nobody else did for me. He sent his son down here to pay for sins that I committed. And he was an innocent man. Alright, I gotta go.
Dude, it's been terrific.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on YouTube.
Yeah.
It sometimes takes about 25 minutes. Like, once I start, it tells me how long it takes.
I'll be looking at it on my break.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
By noon, it'll be on for sure by noon.
All right. Raphael.
Dude, have a good one.
You too.
And you saw, I started to number them.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So got one, last week was 2. This is going to be 3. So it's going to say Yellow Cab Talks. This is going to be 3. And you'll see 1 and 2. But
my friends have been checking it out. They've been telling me about it.
Yeah, I saw that. I could go onto my account and showed like 8 people had viewed the number like last week.
They're going to grow every week. Watch.
That's good, right? I like it.
Yeah, I did too.
That's cool, dude.
I think it's cool as a fan.
I like it.
Right. I'll see you next week.
Okay, have a good one, man. Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. All right, man.